Previously on The Mundane and the Arcane.
So our three adventurers proceeded down into Terralar to go through Zenko's Earth trial. They had to do a bunch of Earth trial type stuff. Go listen to the episode. But they're about to fight a big Earth elemental golem thing. Let's do this. Everybody roll initiative.
So I guess we are fighting it. Okay.
Fighting. Rah. Oh, it's cocked.
And Gronk got a 12.
Zenko got a 14.
Deacon got a 13.
Zenko, you are at the top. What? As this giant earthen beast looks at you with these glowing yellow eyes, standing about 35 feet tall, 4 arms, 2 mountainous legs underneath it, looks at you, and it says, "Very well, mortal child. Let us see if you deserve our power." And it becomes aggressive towards you. What would you like to do?
So we're not playing a game of chess. Alrighty then. I'm going to cast a Guiding Bolt.
Do it. Roll that attack footage.
Does an 11 hit?
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, shit.
This thing is the size of like a 3-story building. It's not
Okay,
terribly
so it's hard
difficult
to
hit. Yeah.
15 points of damage. Let's do this shit.
All right. So as the bolt leaves your hand and it hits this giant form, it's like your spell hits it and begins to cover the entirety of its form, almost like a glitter across this giant monstrosity. And the next attack will have advantage. That will bring us to Deacon.
Oh, neat.
Sparkly.
So he just made out of dirt?
Rock, dirt, stone. You
Like
see bits of metal, like shining.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I'm going to cast heat metal.
Okay. Just to double check, what is the cast time on that? I think it is an action, but
It's, let's see. Let me click it. Casting time 1 action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and aim for a portion of his body that seems to be primarily metal?
Yes. Like if there's like a big metal chunk, I'm going to hit it. I'm gonna burn him.
Okay. Around his feet, you do see some larger reflective chunks that you assume to be metal.
Okay. And then he gets a con saving throw.
Oh, no.
It says if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object. So never mind. It is part of the creature.
It is, but it should still do the damage.
It'll still do the damage, yeah.
I mean, he won't drop his foot.
Yeah, but there's no con saving throw. Because that would be like if he was holding something, he would drop it.
Okay. So you still have to do an attack roll though, right?
No.
Like to make contact with it?
Any creature in physical contact with it. I have 60 feet.
Oh, it's a range? I thought you had to touch it.
No, it's range. I have 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
And that is 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
Pretty nice.
As you reach out your hand towards this behemoth and touch part of this reflective metal surface, you see it glow with this obvious heated orange, and the rock around it starts to dissipate a little bit and like melts off of it.
And when I do it, I'm going to go, he's heating up.
He's on fire. All right, that'll bring us to Gronk.
Okay, so just for my knowledge,
Sure.
That did count as an attack, but would I still have advantage on an attack?
Since he didn't have to make an attack roll, you could still have advantage.
Okay. Then I am going to go ahead and cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
So a ray of
Interesting.
sickening greenish energy lashes out toward a creature within range, which is 60 feet. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, if it is poisoned until the end of turn.
All right. Go ahead and do it.
No, okay, so that was a natural one.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And that is a 17.
There we go.
All right. As this bolt leaves your hand and hits this humongous figure, I like how I have to keep coming up with adjectives for big things. You see that green energy that leaves your palm, and as it connects with this rocky form, it's like the energy hits the rock and doesn't know what to do and just dissipates. You assume that it's probably immune to poison.
Ah, shit.
It was a great idea. I was trying to think about it, but I was like, I mean, it's made of rock. After your initial wave of attacks come against this being, you hear it, but you also feel it as this creature just looks at all three of you and goes, "Now is your time." And each of its arms come lunging out. The first one is going to slam near you, Zenko. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to try and leap out of its blast range.
That would be a 6 because I have -1 dexterity.
All right. So as one of its arms comes slamming down, it slams into the earth, and it's like a meteor crashing into the floor, and it sends out a bunch of shards. You are going to take... minimum damage. You take 5 damage.
Woo!
From trying to leap out of the way of the fist, and then as the rocks erupt upwards, you're kind of launched into the air a little bit, and another fist comes trying to basically slam you from the air into the ground.
Well, damn.
And with a natural 4, does not hit, manages to swing wide, and you fall safely to the ground.
Yay.
Going against Deacon and Gronk. Okay. Two of the other two arms, the lower two, come towards you guys, and it's almost like the arm is growing rather than trying to reach for you. It's very much a Stretch Armstrong kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Deacon, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
All right. And Gronk, does a 15 hit you?
Yeah.
All right. Each of you, let's see. Deacon, you will take 8 points of damage. Gronk, you will take 6. I need you guys to make either acrobatics or athletics checks to not be pinned.
Oh, nope, I don't do it.
That is a 9.
You two from the other arm, like the lower two arms that stretched out towards you, get slammed back about 10 feet and then eventually pinned to the ground. It's not necessarily like a wrestler's grapple. It's more like you're almost caged in a little bit. Like you have a little bit of wiggle room, but not enough to... You might be able to wiggle free. All right. That will bring us back up to Zenko. Actually, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Yep.
Zenko.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. The earth floor that the slamming fist hit, when the shards came up into the air and there's still kind of dust falling around you, you almost feel like you could draw those shards to your body if you chose to will it.
Huh. I'm going to do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me a charisma check. That'll be like your force of will.
That'll be 16.
Okay. As you kind of try and force your personality and your essence outward, you manage to pull in these rocks, and it's almost like they magnetize to you. Your AC is now 1 point higher.
Hell
And
yeah.
all damage you take from now on is reduced by 2.
Cool beans.
I want that.
I'll go ahead and say that was your bonus action. Would you like to do anything with your action?
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. That's smart, since its dexterity is abysmal.
Yeah. Hee.
Natural 13 minus 3, so I do believe it fails.
2 points of damage.
Oof. All
Not
right.
much.
Yeah, every little bit helps. All right. Unless you would like to move, it will come around to Deacon.
Okay. I am going to hang on. Let's see. I'm pinned down, right?
Essentially, like if you want to try to escape, it's your action.
You know what? I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Zenko.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, "Oh dang, Zenko, you look like a rock lady. You got all that rock armor and shit. You're gonna be awesome. You're the best. You're like a rock lady, and you're the best."
So Zenko, from close to where you remember Deacon being, you hear, "Rock on!"
Yeah, and oh dang, Skinner.
So Zenko, you do have an inspiration die.
And that's a bonus action.
That is a bonus action. Would you like to do anything with your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics?
All right, that'll be acrobatics. That's my better one. That is 11 plus 4 is 15.
A natural 2. You manage to find that one of the ways he has you pinned between your legs, you can kind of wriggle out, and you are now prone but outside of the grapple.
Nice.
You still have your movement if you'd like.
I'm stand up.
Okay, that takes half your movement. Anything else?
I'm gonna. I guess I've got half my movement. I'm gonna step towards Zenko.
Okay,
'Cause she's a rock lady now. She can protect me.
So the rocks that magnetize towards her, you would say probably about half of her body has kind of a rock-like texture.
Nice.
Covering it.
That's so gross. I love it.
That will bring us to Gronk.
Gronk is going to try to wiggle out from being pinned.
Okie doke.
That is a 19.
Oh, natural 3. So Gronk, you almost like pick up one of these giant fingers and like move it out of your way and just like, no, not today, and crawl out.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to flip him off. Be like,
You're not going to try to carve your name into him?
Not made of wood.
It's not made of wood.
All right. Let's see. Zenko, the arm that missed you last time is going to come swinging down towards you.
Yep.
You have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid the kind of explosion that it's trying
And
to cause.
I have advantage, so I get to roll 2. Is that right?
You had additional armor class and reduced damage.
Oh, okay. So, I don't get advantage on saving throws.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a shitty throw. That's a 2.
Okay.
I could cry interference because it hit another die, but no, it's a 2. It's a 2.
This time you don't manage, like, just trying to adjust to the additional weight and these weird circumstances. You don't manage to dodge out of the way in time as much as you did last time, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
So 7 points of damage.
Correct. And as
Ouch.
you get kind of bounced around almost again, and then the other arm that initially smashed is going to try and swing at you.
No.
Holy Jesus. Natural 4. So, again, just can't seem to swat you like a fly in the air. Then to the arms on Deacon and Gronk, we have... they're actually slamming down, similar to they have been against Zenko. Need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
It's a 14. For
I
Gronk.
also got a 14 for Deacon.
Nice. Y'all both managed to get out of the blast zone, essentially,
Twins.
without taking any damage, and that does not knock you up. Hey! All right, Zenko.
I just got it.
I knew it when I said it, and then Stacy like made some noise, and I was like, "Oh shit!" All right,
It's caught.
Nothing gets past us.
all right, Zenko, you're up.
All right. Well, that fucking hurt. I am going to. I'm just gonna hit it again with guiding bolt.
Go for it.
I get to roll with advantage this time.
Double
Okay,
ones.
both dice rolled 11, which is hilarious, but that's a total of 16
All right.
because of my +5.
All right. Your guiding bolt again smashes against this form, and
All right.
it has that same greenish white glitter going across
All
its
right.
body.
I'm gonna roll my 4d6. That'll be 11 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
I know, right? 3 11s in a row.
311.
And just
Amber
to
is
say,
the color of your energy.
can I cast Bark Skin on myself as a bonus action?
What does it say under the spell?
It's just one action. So yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
Would you like to do anything else? Actually,
Oh yes, I'm gonna cast
go
a
ahead.
healing word on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and do it.
Get well soon. That's 1d4 plus 3. All right, I healed myself for 5 points of damage.
Awesome. All right. That will bring us to
Yes.
Deacon.
I'm gonna do a thing I haven't used.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it with my hand crossbow.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Does an 11 hit?
It does.
Yes. 11 hits. That's 4.
4 damage. All right.
Where did you aim?
Shot him in the dick.
Of course you did.
In his rock hard member. No, I guess it's not really. I can't really call the shot on this one. It would be a higher. It would be a higher AC, right?
It's on. I like to rule it on larger figures like this. You can do a called shot, just realize that even if like you're aiming for a dragon's eyeball to try and blind it, a mini crossbow bolt probably will just feel like dirt in its eye. So
Oh, he'll just get real irritated.
yeah, like it's not gonna puncture it with like just a minimal amount of force or something. Like these big like structure sized monsters, even things that are soft on a normal body are really, really thick comparatively.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just hitting him. I'm just like shooting. I'm like, pew.
Okay, but where were you aiming, though? That was the question. Not where did you hit him? Where were you aiming?
At his body.
Like torso?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because maybe I have something in mind. Jesus.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Deacon?
Nope.
Okay. Gronk?
Okay, so where did this arrow land?
Putting it on a normal person body, you imagine between like the third and fourth rib on the left side.
Okay. And how tall is he again?
It's about 35 feet.
35 feet. Okay. Would it be possible for Gronk to use that arrow as leverage to climb up and attack his face?
Considering a normal hand crossbow bolt is about a foot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about 15 feet up, you're imagining you probably can't reach it.
Okay. But I mean, Gronk got those super legs, though. He could jump.
If you want, you can just try to climb the thing. It is a
I
rock
could,
monster.
but I mean, if I have some extra benefit, then maybe I could use that. But okay.
I mean, if you want to try and climb it and then get to that point, I would probably give you a bonus.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
I mean, that's up to you. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna try to climb it.
Shadow of the
Okay.
Colossus.
Going up its left-hand side, you're going to start trying to climb it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Yeah, you actually make it up to just about the point where that bolt hit. You feel like using that and how quickly you're kind of discerning the anatomy of this creature to climb up. I'll give you advantage for next round if you'd like to climb up.
Okay.
That will bring it to its turn. Zenko, it's gonna go for the same old strat, just alternating fists, trying to slam you, and I don't know why I'm rolling because the first one is on you. I need a dexterity saving throw as the initial fist that slammed into the ground is trying to slam near you again.
All right. 6.
All right. You take 7 points of damage. Reduced by 2, so 5. Yeah.
5. Yep.
Still,
ow. Back down to 9.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the opposing fist. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
No. I just can't seem to get this like fly swatter thing.
He's very
going.
uncoordinated.
Like, yeah, like
It looks less like a fly swatter and more like a cat batting around like a toy.
the two arms that tried to slam Gronk and Deacon, it's a little horrifying as you see these, it looks like stalactites or stone spikes growing out of these arms, and they come trying to pierce you.
Oh, gross.
Does a 10 hit you, Deacon?
Nope.
Does a 19 hit you, Gronk?
It does.
All right.
But
No.
is it coming like parallel to his body, or is it coming like right at?
Perpendicular. Like, it looks like these are trying to stab you.
So if it's perpendicular to his body, would he stab himself too?
He potentially might. Actually, you know what? We'll see. All right, Gronk, you take 5 points of damage from a few of these spines, like these rocky spines, stabbing into you, and then a few of them stab into this giant elemental itself.
Okay.
Quit stabbing yourself.
Quit stabbing yourself. Quit stabbing yourself. All right. The top of the next round. Deacon, you hear this deep rumbly voice. It's similar to the one that this giant creature was doing before. Just, do you accept the earth?
Yeah, man.
Gronk, you hear that same thing. Just, do you accept the earth?
Gronk's gonna look around confused. What does he mean? I don't get it. I mean, I guess.
And then Zenko, you hear much louder than you two did. It seems like it's actually echoing in the chamber. Do you surrender, mortal child?
Zenko looks up, looks around, and then drops to her knees with her hands on her knees and puts her head down.
Okay. So Deacon, you're submitting. Zenko, you're bowing down.
Yep, straight up submitting.
Gronk, you're still just confused.
No, I mean, if he's seeing like Zenko and Deacon,
This is all
off,
6 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
what is your initial gut? Is like what?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
All right. It's almost like another protrusion from this body comes out and slams into your position. You take 7 points of damage. You do have your turn, though, if you would like to continue scaling or whatever you would like to do at this point.
Ew, you got whacked by its intrusion.
I would assume that after he sees Deacon and Zenko just back off, he's gonna just back off.
So you're just going to let go and fall to the ground?
Yeah.
All right. Take 2 points of falling damage. I mean,
Such a dick.
I'm sorry.
What a dick. Oh my God.
Cool.
Meanwhile, while you're just looking around, like rock climbing this monster, you look over, you see your friends or companions or however you see them just submitting. In that moment, looking over, you see Deacon being caged by one of these hands, and then those spines that shot after you two stabbed through him.
Oh, fuck me. I should have said no.
Zenko, one of the hands comes over your praying down body, and from the perspective of Gronk and Deacon, it seems like the hand completely conceals her. And from your perspective, Zenko, it's like you've been domed inside of like a rock tent, and it's crushing down upon you.
Well, shit.
And then quickly following those two scenes, similar to Deacon, Gronk, one of the hand pins you down and starts piercing into your body through the shoulders and the arms and the legs, but never through like your vitals. And you feel, you guys have been knocked out before. This feels almost like torture.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's intentionally not killing you.
Okay.
Now, Zenko.
Zenko's going to slow her breathing. And just...
Zenko, as this dome that you're within gets smaller and smaller, collapsing around you, you feel pressure as you begin to lose oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you slowly black out. Now, in almost a fugue state, a dream state. You feel like you're in a dream. You feel like you're floating up in the sky. Above you is pure blackness speckled by the stars. Below you, a blue and green and brown orb. And as you try to get a grasp on your surroundings, you realize you don't feel cold, you don't feel hot, you don't feel out of breath, you don't feel like you even need to breathe. And you begin descending onto this orb. And at first you can't make out details, but as you fall closer and closer, you see, oh, those are clouds. Those are mountains. You see the ocean in its vast expanse for the very first time. And you begin descending faster and faster. And there's this part of you that feels like you should be afraid. Because clearly if you hit the ground at this speed, you will die. And you fall faster, faster. You don't actually feel wind and air resistance, but you almost create it in your mind as the terror fills you as you come closer and closer, and you fall slamming down into the ground. And right as you hit the dirt, you feel like you should just splatter into a million pieces, but it was like tearing through paper. And you begin descending further, and you notice around you, it's no longer clouds and mountains and fields and grass and trees. You see silt and soil, dirt, clay, rock, magma, and then slowly you come to just another area of darkness. Where before you felt like you were in an open setting, now you feel it coming around you as if it's a coffin.
Do you accept the power of Earth?
Sure. Yes, I do.
I almost I want to make you roll a persuasion check. Sure.
Yepers. You betcha.
Yes,
Very
I accept.
well. You have us.
And immediately light restores to your vision. Breath comes back to your body. And both Deacon and Gronk, the same sort of, the pain leaves you almost immediately. And it feels like an old bruise at the worst. And then as this being looks down upon you, all four of its arms, it's like a six-pedal creature standing over you all.
Go and carry my power.
And all of a sudden, it's as if the floor slams up into the ceiling. All three of you are being ejected through the earth as if you were swimming at 100 miles an hour. But y'all get thrust forward back up to Terralar, and as your bodies come just a few feet off the ground, you all boom. And
Whoa.
as you land, you look around, and you have completed the Earth trial. All right, as your bodies come to rest on the floor of Terralar, you need to all give me perception checks.
Okay. Deep doesn't see shit.
Okay.
All right. Zenko with the dirty 20. What do we have for Gronk?
And Gronk has a 9.
9. Okay. That is enough.
Yes.
As you all pick yourself up off the floor, you look around. You see the entire populace of Terralar just lying on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And you see smatters of red all over them.
Oh,
Across a few of the mushroom fields, you see this large, brutish-looking humanoid with a big club that's covered in red. And it seems
Noble
to be
stuff?
looking at you.
Noble stuff. Is this another prank?
With the dirty 20, you actually look around. At first, you see the red covering everybody.
Yeah.
And then you look a little bit closer and you realize that there's no wounds on anybody.
Motherfucker.
And as you let out a motherfucker, all of a sudden, a bunch of druids and clerics and civilians just start laughing and start to get up off of the floor. We thought we got you.
Okay, but have you heard the story about the little boy crying wolf?
I mean, yeah, I've been the wolf in that story before.
Okay, so then you should probably know, like, not to do shit like that.
We
Well,
are
that's you.
so bored.
Yeah, I
For
can
that,
tell.
you owe us good drink and food.
Oh, we're going to have like a big, I mean, I don't know if it's a feast, but yeah, we're going to have like a big like powwow tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
Assuming you guys succeeded.
I'm going to just stare him down and pop a mushroom in my mouth.
Zenko,
Okay.
Zenko,
Do it.
Zenko looks down sadly, sorrowfully,
So,
tries to avoid eye contact.
how was your trip?
We had a good fall.
Yeah, I get it.
We were nearly crushed to death and succeeded.
That sounds about right.
I was going to try to trick him.
So,
Which is why we're alive.
I mean, it's always a little bit different. And as you look around at everybody, like all these civilians getting up, they all seem to be going about their business. Like, they're all not just looking at you guys. They seem like they're doing stuff. But Noble staff and a few of the, what you assume are the higher ups, are engaging y'all. But yeah, Noble staff is the one speaking, just goes up to Zenko and really all three of you. And just, so it's different for everybody. What was it like for y'all?
It rocked.
Well, I mean, what happened? Like, I was on an island when I did it, and I had to figure out how I had to like bury myself out of an ocean. It was weird.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so we fought after falling forever down this elevator shaft.
Falling?
We came upon, we fell.
Wait.
And we went through these tunnels where these boulders came at us. We scaled mud, and we came upon a large four-armed elemental. We fought it, and when I submitted to the earth, I was whipped into space and fell down to the earth, into its center. But that was a trip.
You noticed Noble staff casting a spell, and then Deacon, you did not take the mushrooms, correct? Or was it Gronk?
It was me.
Deacon,
Well,
that's what I thought.
I did swallow a couple,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Noble staff turns to Deacon. I mean, what happened in there? I've heard her story. I just want to collaborate with you.
I mean, so there was the falling, and I
Yeah, no, that one.
the falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started going down an elevator, and the elevator started to fall, and I cast
Like dropped? Like it was going down? Because, yeah, that's how elevators work.
Yeah, but it was like it broke, and so it started to plummet, and I cast Featherfall, and we floated safely down to Earth.
It's good you had that ready.
Well, you know, I'm useful.
And Nobblestaff will hold up just kind of a 1 second, like hold up a finger and just that motion of like, I need a sec. And pulls a very broad human male down to him and whispers. And that guy walks off. And then turns back to you three and, well, y'all look a little worse for wear. Can we get you any refreshments while we wait for the food to get cooked up?
I know that you healed us before. Could you do it again?
I would love some water and healing, please.
All right. I mean, are y'all ready for this?
You have no idea.
Deke pulls out his lute and he's like, bow, 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 bow.
So a few of the druids and clerics that you guys saw outside that initially tangled with y'all, they're forming a circle, and they're definitely casting magic, but they're doing it almost as part of a dance routine.
Neat.
Nice.
And
Flash mob.
essentially between the 5 of them, there's enough healing around that you guys all are back up to full hit points.
Nice. Because I had 1.
You do, I mean, even though you are healed, you do have that sensation of like a bruise effect. Like you are very sore. You're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything you've gone through, like, you know, you could still stand up and fight if you had to, but you are all very tired.
We could probably use a short rest before the feast.
Oh, I could use a long one.
Short, long. I mean, it's all how you use it, right?
Essentially, there's going to be a giant picnic on the bottom floor of Terralar, and they're bringing
Sweet.
these mushroom stews and that weird mushroomy alcohol that y'all had to drink. And,
no thanks.
I mean, there's water. Like, they're bringing down refreshments and setting up a giant picnic. They don't usually have people come into their city and complete the trial, so it's seen as an occasion.
So how long does it take? Like, so we're taking a short rest, right?
Sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Are you?
I mean, I
Yeah.
think we were
Yeah.
we were
Okay.
taking a short rest while
Okay.
they were like preparing everything, right? And how long does it take them to prepare?
The totality of it probably takes about 2 hours.
Okay. So for one of those hours, I
Okay.
am going to do something. I'm going to do a weapon bond with my longsword.
Okay. I have no idea what that does if you'd like to explain it.
So weapon bond is
It's a
where
sex thing.
it is, yeah. It's you can perform a 1-hour ritual to create a magical bond between yourself and one weapon. Once completed, you can not be disarmed of the weapon unless you are incapacitated.
Right.
And you can summon it as a bonus action to your hand, as long as it's on the same plane of existence.
Nice.
And you can have up to 2 bonded weapons.
And that's a permanent spell, or does it have a duration?
No, it's permanent.
Nice. Cool.
It's a special trait.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. I just didn't know what it did. All right. While you guys are waiting around, just kind of resting, and a few of these people come up and hand you drinks or food or kind of chit chat with you. Eventually, Deacon, you feel as if your entire shoulder is under an immense amount of pressure. Like somebody is grabbing you from behind, but they're humongous.
Hey, novel staff?
He is nowhere near you at this moment.
Shit.
And then
Send him a message.
Yeah, I use message to call out to Novel Staff. Hey, Novel Staff,
What?
I feel a pressure on my shoulders. Is that normal after the trial?
And immediately you get pulled around, and there's that ogreish figure turning you and basically forcing you to look at them.
Oh shit, my bad. I said that in message.
Yeah, no, I figured.
And then I look at the ogre and I'm gonna be like, what's up? Hey, I'm Deacon. What's your name?
So as you look at this ogre, you notice that it is female. It has this very stringy, straw-like hair that is covered in a crown of flowers and vines. Scattered around her body is not a lot of coverage with clothing. There's like tatters of like ornamental leather as like wristbands, and like you have a clear shot at the crotch. Like you, only one of the breasts is covered, and they just turn you around.
Your name is Deacon?
Yeah, my name is Deacon. What's your name?
My name is Etog.
Oh, Etog.
You are a very pretty lady.
Gronk
Thank
just
you.
laughs.
This is my swamp.
Thank you. Two, thank you.
You are very welcome. If you don't want to say my name, you can just call me Biggie like everybody else.
I'll just call you Etog.
Thank you. It's Etog.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I said. Etog.
No, you have to you have to be like more big about it. Like Etog.
Yeah,
Gotta like growl.
Etog.
That's better.
Is that better?
You're a pretty lady.
Thanks, Biggie.
Okay. Do you want to eat with me?
I mean, we're all gonna eat together, right?
I mean, yeah, but I want to sit next to the pretty lady.
I mean, you can.
Thanks. You're a nice lady.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
Thanks. You are a nice lady.
Thank you. We've been through this round of compliments before.
What an awkward meet cute.
I mean, I ship it, but all right. And while this food is being brought towards y'all, Gronk, you feel a much smaller like poking on your like back ribs, and you hear, "Hello, mister."
Gronk's gonna turn around. Yes.
And as you turn around, you see this very young elven girl dressed in fairly plain clothing. You do see a little bit of like ornamentation with flowers and stuff in her hair, and looks like she tries to kind of do her own braiding and stuff like that. And she just turns towards you and says, Can you play with me?
Games?
Huh?
I love games. What are we gonna play?
We're gonna play dress up.
That's not one of my favorites.
But okay, so I found these rings, and they're called tusk rings, and well, none of the big like orc guys will let me put them on their tusks. I was hoping you would.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not?
What's your name?
My name's Gronk.
My name's Atal.
Atal?
Atal. That's my name. And she just starts like clambering onto you and like pulls out these 2 rings that are attached by this really terribly made like wire that she's clearly tied between the 2 of them, and puts them onto your tusks, and is just being this intrusive child trying to like, she starts like grabbing flowers out of her hair and trying to tuck them into yours.
Gronk is petrified.
Gronk starts crying.
Just about.
After about 10 to 15 minutes of this,
Oh,
yeah. You're a lot of fun.
thank you.
Since you're so fun, can you make my brother laugh again?
Aw.
But okay. Like, why hasn't he laughed?
He's just been really quiet the past few days, ever since the blue lights.
Oh, okay, where is he?
Promise not to tell?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know anybody here anyway, really. So
Okay, come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Okay, Gronk.
And
follows.
yeah, she drags you. You go up about 2 tiers of the spiral down, and kind of tucked away behind a rock, one of these rock buildings, you see a boy that seems to be looking down at something in his hands. Appears to be probably about 10 years old.
Okay, Gronk is going to gently put a hand on his shoulder to see if he responds or if he's like entranced by something.
He's not like oblivious to you walking up. He's
Okay.
yeah, like he's not like absorbed into it or anything. He's not comatose.
Okay, so then
He's like kind of as you approach, he looks up, sees his sister, and then sees you, and just gives you kind of this. Not really sure if they're a cornered animal at this moment. Look,
hey, buddy, how's it going?
it's okay.
Gronk's gonna cast Mage Hand and be like, 3 thumbs up.
Oh, you're one of those trial people, right?
I got you to chuckle. That's a start.
Yeah, you guys are good. Y'all did the trial then?
Yeah, we did. We just got
Okay.
done not that long ago.
Oh yeah, I mean y'all went in not too long ago.
Well, yeah, but I mean, quick trip, I guess.
Yeah, they said they wanted to play a big trick, and I just I didn't. I said I had to go poops.
All right, you're pretty cool, kid.
Is this kid modeled after me?
It's Nathan. Is your name Nathan by chance?
So you guys did the trial?
Yeah, we did.
So y'all are real strong then?
Well, I mean, I am.
You know lots
For
of
sure.
stuff.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, what's your name?
Oh, it's Bartholo.
All right, Bartholo. I'm Gronk.
Hi, Gronk. Yeah,
what
big
do you-
strong Gronk, right?
Yeah, you got it. What do you got there?
It's something that my dad said it's hard to talk about and explain. It's supposed to just be a hilt. And my dad said that my granddad went on an adventure and fought things and the blade broke off, but the only thing he came back with was this hilt. And I sometimes when dad's at work, I take it off the mantle and I just swing it around like I'm a big hero. And then just a few days ago, I was doing it, and now it's a knife. It's not just a hilt, and I don't know what to do. I think Dad's gonna be real mad.
Okay, well, first, I think your dad loves you enough to not be too mad. So I don't think you should worry about it that much.
But I don't know. Like it's just the hilt. It's always been a hilt. It's been a hilt my whole life, and now it has metal attached to it, and I don't know what's going on.
Have you seen anybody else touch it?
No, but I mean,
Are you the first person to touch it?
Yeah, but
So maybe it's just activated by touch. I don't know, man.
Then you touch it. And
Gronk
he
takes
like
it.
tosses it at you as if he doesn't really want to be holding it, but he's scared to let go of it. Like,
He catches it and examines.
okay, go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
You're asking Gronk for a wisdom check?
You know it.
Better than Arcana.
That is a 12.
Okay. As you handle this blade, something about it like this small dagger in your hands, especially like the knife is big for a child. It's small for you.
I mean, Gronk's a child.
Only at heart. As you're holding it, there's a sensation that kind of runs up your arm and starts to fill your whole body. And you remember back to when you guys were in the Shrine of Enethor and that ball of light exploded and went through you. It reminds you of that sensation.
Okay. I'm going to examine it for any kind of like special markings to see if it looks similar to anything I've seen before, like at the Dead Twins or anything.
As you look over it, you do notice that the symbol that it is at the base of Deacon's weapon is engraved in smaller portions up the side of the handle.
Like the coin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, tell you what. Why don't you introduce me to your dad?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, dunk. That's a 12. No. Yeah, 12.
12? Okay. Okay. I guess I should. Do we have to talk to him? Fine. Okay. I guess I should take that back because if we're going to talk to my dad about it, I shouldn't say that I gave it to you.
You know, I think that, you know what, that's fine. That's fine.
His dad.
I hand it back to him.
Okay. His dad is down, like, kind of running errands to set up this feast. You do eventually flag him down. What is one of the trial goers doing with my children? Are y'all having fun?
Oh yeah, we're having a blast.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
I'm Gronk. What's your name?
Oh, Bethola.
Okay, you're gonna have to hit me with that one again, buddy. I'm sorry.
Just call me Beth.
All right, Beth. Cool. So I came across your kids, and they are absolute delights. I just want to say that real quick.
They are. When they're not awful. I'm kidding, kids. I'm kidding.
So you sound like a pretty reasonable guy, I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah, not a problem. So real quick, your son showed me something,
He gets a concerned look on his face.
and and I had a couple questions for you.
Okay.
And he's gonna look over to the little boy and be like, you know, motion like show him.
Yeah. Very sheepishly, the boy walks forward and presents this handle with the dagger blade coming out of it. Sorry, Dad. I was just playing around, but something weird happened, and now it's a thing. And Granddad's thing. It's like it's a weapon now. And the father picks it up and looks it over, flips it several times, just seeing how, maybe his kid had shoved a piece of metal in there to make it look like a knife, like he's trying to inspect it. Well, this is quite peculiar.
Okay, so you don't know what this is.
No, I mean, it looks like the item that my granddad or my father had brought back from one of his tales. I always thought they were just stories that he made up to entertain us. But what am I looking at? It's a weapon now? Did you do something to it?
No, I didn't do anything, but I have seen these symbols before.
Yes, it's the symbol of Inathal and Anathar?
Anathor?
Anathor, yes. It's this kooky thing my dad was into a long time ago.
Yeah, so not so kooky. Question.
Yeah?
Will you lend this to me? Because I feel like it might have some importance on my journey.
What do you mean? I mean, it's a sentimental piece, but what do you mean it might have use to you, or?
So Gronk is going to look around and see if he can see Deacon.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is an 11.
You have a vague idea of where he is. Last time you left him, he was being just kind of bombarded by a giant ogre with questions. You figure if you find the ogre, you can find him.
Gronk's going to send Deacon a message.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Can you come find me real quick?
Yes, please. Dear God, where are you at? by the gods, where are you at?
I'm going to raise my hand up like over the crowd and be like, over here.
You guys managed to find each other.
I'm gonna turn to Biggie and I'm gonna go. Hey, honey. I got a shit, and I'm just gonna run away.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a deception check. I'm just curious.
Natural 20.
Yes, that's amazing. Holy cow, she rolled a natural 18. That was decently close, considering.
Okay, pretty lady.
I'm sure a lot of people have used that excuse to get away from people.
Yeah, no, it is very much a. Oh yeah, that's just how small people talk. So,
I got poop.
Nope, yeah, I
Shit.
understand.
Yeah.
Takes me a long time.
Mm-hmm. You should do that.
So,
Good shit, and I'm gonna run away.
Okay,
I'm gonna run to Gronk as fast as I can.
sure.
Hey, what's up, ding dong? And I'm gonna like poke him in the tummy with my finger as I do
Gronk is
the.
automatically just rethinking his thoughts. Like,
Okay.
why did he call Deacon over here?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, cool. Please don't talk to me like that. So this dagger came up, and
Hey, neat. Wait.
why don't you take a look?
Neat.
This is my friend Deacon, by the way.
Hello.
Hey, I'm
This is-
Deacon.
this is
I'm Deacon
Beth.
Bishop of the
Yeah.
Grant Bishops.
Nice to meet you, trial goer.
You can call me Deke.
I will. I just wanted to give you the honor of introducing you properly.
Oh well, thank you.
He's
Can-
very polite. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's very polite.
So you are here, and
Can I see that?
yeah, I mean they're freely passing this around.
I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna like kind of inspect it, and then do I see the symbols?
Yeah, no, it is different from your blade. Yours is like a larger emblem on the bottom of the
Yeah.
pommel, and then these are symbols up the side.
Okay.
But it is very iconically the same.
So, Deacon, Beth was telling me that his father owned this item, and he specifically brought up Anathor.
Oh, neat. Anathor. I mean these are the symbols of Anathor, and I'm gonna push the hilt of my rapier forward so they can see it more clearly, and hold the and hold the hilt next to it. You see, that's the symbol of Anathor. So, what do you know of Anathor?
He was a being of great power that my father talked about. He mentioned it. It
Mhm.
was like he was a deity, but
Yeah.
that Enethor was involved in fate and chance and choice,
Yes.
but all of his stories sounded absurd.
Well, what if I told you that this here rapier that I have was a long sword, and when I pulled it out of a rock, it turned into a rapier.
Okay. But
That's no fib. That's a real thing that happened.
son,
And so, well, what I'm saying is that these blades of Enethor, they have magical properties, and in our it seems that our journey, our quest, is closely tied to Enethor.
if I may. And he asked for the handle back or the dagger back.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it around and catch it by the blade, and I'm gonna hand it back to him hilt first, because that's proper, like my daddy
Yeah.
taught me.
And he'll take it hilt first, and he looks over the blade and seems to contemplate for 30 seconds, a minute, before he speaks up. And he looks at his son. Well, this would belong to you. Do you want to give it to them? I know you've been scared ever since the night of the blue lights. Would this make you feel more comfortable? Would this make you feel safe? And the boy just looks up at his dad and seems to contemplate for a little bit, and then takes another look at Gronk. Looks to his dad and nods.
Who still has these rings on, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You still have like these nipple tassels over your tusks.
And he just gives him like a smile.
And looks at you, and as he nods, the blade of the dagger disappears as he's trying to hand it to you.
Whoa.
Well,
Okay,
that's
so-
a dope trick. Nobody told me that the blade goes away.
Gronk takes it and inspects it again.
As you like focus, similar to last time, like you get that same sensation. As you give me an insight check, actually. Deacon, you can as well if you would like.
You said insight?
Yeah.
That is a 10.
19.
This boy is terrified. He's putting on something of a brave face, but he wants nothing to do with this, and he thinks that this is the worst thing that could have ever happened.
Mm.
And you know that he was given one of these beams of light. And he is giving up this blade to Gronk.
Hey, what's your name, buddy?
I already told you.
You did, not me. You told him. I don't know your name.
Just, you know what? Beth Jr.
All right, BJ.
Aw.
All right, BJ. My name's Deke.
And he's like looking up to his dad for approval. Like he's just in that moment wants to connect with family. But keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm down on one knee, like on his level.
Yeah.
So there have been times, there are stories and songs and folklore about great heroes who have.
Yeah, you guys.
Thank you.
You did the trial.
We did do the trial. That's good. But there are all these stories, and you know, every one of us started off as an ordinary person.
Okay.
And the thing that separates the heroes from, I guess not heroes, is being able to not overcome your fears, but to use your fears to become brave. Can you do that?
And he kind of looks around and he sees his little sister who's been watching this whole engagement, just confused but a little wide-eyed and almost starstruck. And he looks over at her and then looks back to you. I think I can. But this feels big. And I don't think I'm big enough yet.
That's okay. I mean, I'm not as big as Gronk. He's a big dude.
He is, but he's fun.
He can be.
And I'm not as big as her. And then points to the orc woman over there.
Yeah, and I absolutely understand where you're coming from. I didn't think I would be here. If you talked to me like 2 months ago, I didn't think I would be here. I thought I would be off playing music in a tavern somewhere. This is not where I thought I would be. And, it's not so much about how if you think you're ready, it's about how you react when the situation comes, when the big situation comes, the big choice, the big decision. It is how you act in those moments that make you a hero.
Okay, so don't worry about bad stuff, but when bad stuff happens, do the good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a way easier way of saying it than what I said.
Thank you. Sorry, Dad. And you can see as Beth looks down at his son, and he has a better grasp on the gravity of the situation, but there's almost this strong sense of, that is my child, and I am so proud.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, if this exchange, if you don't mind, I would like to enjoy some time with my family. I think I need to talk to them, and I think we'll be better. Thank you both.
Absolutely. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and give him a nod.
And he'll like kind of grasp around your tricep and just give you a nod.
And I'm going to turn and walk away.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to Biggie.
Gronk just smiles and nods.
Just so we can kind of wrap up that portion, later on, as you focus on this hilt, and kind of you feel that surge of energy when you grab this hilt, but when you really try to pull that energy out, a blade starts to form out of it, and you have this long sword covered in like coin symbols, and kind of it slices in
And it
a
dices.
spiral.
Dices.
Yep. It kind of
Nice.
it kind of has this indentation that's in a spiral along the blade. You now have a +1 longsword.
Nice.
You have a
Gronk's got
+1 slap chop.
sword.
Nice.
Hey, it's Vince with slap chop.
Uh,
Gonna make you coin swords all day.
Woohoo.
kind of skip to dinner. You guys, it is a giant picnic with about 200 to 300 people.
Yes.
There's a lot of weird flavors, a lot of very mushroomy tasting dishes. It's hearty. It's at points delicious, at points disgusting.
That's fine.
Deacon, you are relentlessly hounded by Biggie throughout dinner. Gronk, you might be contemplating on your blade that you just discovered, or talking to random people, whatever you would like to do.
Yeah, I think he's going to more or less just observe this item that he just got.
Yeah. Okay. Probably about an hour into this giant picnic, Nobblestaff and that stout human come up to you, Zenko.
Zenko's getting fucked up on that mushroom wine. She is celebrating hard. Good evening, friends. What can I do for you?
As Novelstaff just kind of motions at the human, and he steps forward and, we have troubling news. We would like to talk to you and your party.
Zenko quick takes a swig of water, clears her throat. Just a moment, and she goes to collect Deacon and Gronk.
All right. You guys are gathered up, essentially, and you're talking to these two.
Oh, thank God.
As they pull you away, like they're not taking you out of the situation necessarily, but they're pulling you away and getting y'all somewhere private. And this human male steps forward. And, well, we went to investigate the entrance that you went down.
Yes.
And, well, the elevator doesn't break. Or it's not supposed to.
Well, it
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
It did.
We're not telling anyone.
All right. So that's a secret between you and
Well,
us.
you just told us.
It'll be a secret from the rest of the village.
For now. We have decided that it would be wiser to not alarm them when we do not know the problem.
Of course, it could have been a simple glitch, mechanical failure.
We have spent the last couple of hours trying to contact the other tribes that guard their trials. And all of them have reported in, except for the Trial of Fate. So, we decided to look in on them. They have been slaughtered.
Okay.
We do not know what this means. We do not know what actions we need to take. But in the future, I hope that we can rely on your strength to help us re-solidify this cut tether.
We might need to tell you about a Raylex. When we went to the Dead Twins, the temple of the Shrine of Anathor at the Dead Twins for a dead man's last rites. And we were visited by a projection of this Raylex who claimed the God of Fate was dead.
Well, that is something we will need to discuss. Novelstaff and I shall take some time to dwell upon these new facts.
Yes.
We shall counsel in the morn. For now, just please keep quiet about it, and dwell on perhaps if any action needs to be taken. I bid you good night and enjoy your celebration. You have done well. And he very briskly walks away, like he doesn't want to be dealing with this situation, and he seems stressed. And as he leaves the door of this room that y'all have essentially like ducked into a house down here, as he leaves that room, Novelstaff looks at him, looks at you all. I don't know. I don't know what this means. I'm sorry. And you see
this. It
this.
is not your fault.
You see this giant weight almost seem to crush down upon him. And then he starts to leave the room. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Thanks for listening. You may follow us at TMaTAcast on any social media network and join in on the conversation. We are also available on iTunes, Libsyn, and wherever else you may find podcasts.
Don't forget to use the hashtag TMaTAcast to have your chance of being part of the story.
Woot woot! See you, TMaTA.
TMaTAcast has been trapped inside a spooky, potentially haunted movie theater by a madman who is forcing them to record episodes on scary movies they know nothing about. They've been promised a grand reward if they survive the month. Will they? Tune in to find out. TMaTAcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.